Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our brand new legal breaking reporting. It is finally here. The Democratic Congress members are not messing around with Donald Trump and his fascism and his illegal, unconstitutional overreach of power and power grabs. Representative Al Green, who is a Democratic representative of Congress from Houston, Texas, has filed his articles of impeachment against Donald Trump, felon 47, or President of the United States 47, or again, felon 47. This dirtbag needs to be taken out immediately. Let's get into today's reporting.
Representative Al Green files articles of impeachment against 47th President by Lauren Burke, Black Press, USA. U.S. Representative Al Green, who was famously escorted out of congressional chambers after shouting in protest during Trump's joint address to Congress in March, has filed articles of impeachment against the 47th president. Trump is the only president who has been impeached twice by the U.S. House of Representatives. The 77-year-old congressman who has served in Congress since 2005 told Newsweek that he is moving on impeachment now before tanks are rolling down the street. The impeachment resolution, filed by Representative Green on May 19th, states that President Trump is unfit to represent the American values of decency and morality, respectability and civility, honesty and propriety, reputability and integrity, is unfit to defend the ideals that have made America great, is unfit to defend liberty and justice for all as extolled in the Pledge of Allegiance, is unfit to defend the American ideal of all persons being created equal as exalted in the Declaration of Independence, is unfit to ensure domestic tranquility, promote the general welfare, and to ensure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity as lauded in the preamble to the United States Constitution, is unfit to protect government of the people, and so on. Whether the Texas Democrat can force a vote in the U.S. House on impeachment remains an unknown issue. President Trump was impeached on December 18, 2019, for abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. He was then impeached a second time on January 13, 2021, for incitement of insurrection in the wake of the violent January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol by Trump's supporters. The White House seemed to characterize Representative Green's effort to impeach the president as a political ploy. This week, Democrats ousted their DNC leader, opposed the largest tax cut in history, and were exposed for actively covering up Joe Biden's 4-year cognitive decline. Now Democrats have turned their sights to threatening impeachment. We are witnessing the collapse of the Democrat Party before our eyes. Not a single one of these efforts will help the American people. The contrast could not be more clear. President Trump is fighting for historic tax relief for the American people. Democrats are fighting themselves, said White House Deputy Press Secretary Anna Kelly in a written statement. Several decisions and legal interpretations by the Trump administration are currently being stymied in federal court. On May 15th, the U.S. Supreme Court debated the issue of birthright citizenship after a legal challenge on the issue by the White House. During that legal debate, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, challenged Trump's Solicitor General Dean John Sauer by saying, "Your argument seems to turn our justice system into a catch-me-if-you-can kind of regime, where everybody has to have a lawyer and file a lawsuit in order for the government to stop violating people's rights." Representative Green's impeachment resolution also focused on the tendency of the White House to ignore judicial orders. A notable example was the deportation case of Maryland father Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Garcia was deported to a prison in El Salvador by federal officials on March 15, 2025. The Constitution does not tolerate willful disobedience of judicial orders, especially by officials of a coordinate branch who have sworn an oath to uphold it. To permit such officials to freely annul the judgments of the courts of the United States would not just destroy the rights acquired under those judgments. It would make a solemn mockery of the Constitution itself, said federal judge James Boasberg in an April ruling. "You have no mandate," Congressman Green stood up and yelled at President Trump during his State of the Union speech on March 4th. After the incident, Republicans who control the U.S. House considered sanctioning Representative Green, but they did not complete an action against him.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is obviously a big, huge ordeal. Thank you, Representative Al Green, who again is a Democratic representative from Houston, Texas. Thank you again. I can't tell you how many more times thank you for putting these articles of impeachment as promised, promises made, promises kept, of taking this fascist, moronic orange tampon down, and filing your articles of impeachment, against this moronic orange tampon rotting corpse. It is honestly Democratic Congress members like you that we need to stand up to this racist, bigot, human rights violator, including civil rights violator. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is not going to end until Donald Trump is held accountable for his crimes. With that being said, that is going to do it for this positive legal breaking reporting, ladies and gentlemen, today. If you did enjoy this reporting, this positive reporting, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and enjoy. Firstly, secondly, if you want to make sure that you never miss a brand new reporting and legal breaking reporting on the side of politics and video analysis update, please hit the bell icon, as well as hit the subscribe button. The all notifications option. The all notifications option, as well as the bell icon, is located directly beneath the screen here on the right hand side of the subscribe button. Thirdly, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys also want to stay up to date on all the things legal breaking reporting wise on the side of politics, please follow me on my social medias. That'll be linked down below in the video description. I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, Threads, as well as TikTok. There, you guys will be updated instantly when I upload brand new legal breaking reportings on this side of politics. Fourthly, ladies and gentlemen, please help me reach and achieve the goal of 170 plus subscribers. The reason why I'm saying 170 plus subscribers, ladies and gentlemen, is because right after we reach and achieve the goal of 170 subscribers, we have more subscribers to reach and achieve. Right after we reach and achieve the goal of 170 subscribers. Fifthly, ladies and gentlemen, please stay positive, even though I know, unfortunately, it's hard for a majority of you at times, unfortunately, during these unfortunate, illegal-induced darkness times caused by the illegal, unconstitutional criminality of the Trump administration, Trump regime. And know that justice will prevail eventually on the correct side of law, despite Donald Trump and his illegal, unconstitutional regime and administration's illegal executive orders, actions, and behaviors. And please, stay safe. And until my next legal breaking reporting, I will talk to you guys in the next reporting.